Welcome to London in the 1700s, a city of over 500,000 souls, bursting with energy, ambition, and contradiction. This was a city of extremes. Architects like Christopher Wren were reshaping the skyline. Commerce was exploding. Empire was beginning. Using historical paintings and engravings, we can step back nearly 300 years and walk the streets of London. From high above, looking west along the River Thames, the city stretches out before us. This is the heart of Georgian England, the world's largest port, a crossroads of global trade, and a city transforming before our eyes. Rising above everything is St. Paul's Cathedral, Sir Christopher Wren's masterpiece, completed in the early 18th century. It was built to replace the medieval cathedral destroyed in the Great Fire of 1666, a catastrophe that consumed over 13,000 homes and 87 churches in just 4 days. Not far from the cathedral stands the monument, a towering column erected to remember the fire, its height of 202 feet exactly matching the distance to where the blaze first started in a bakery on Pudding Lane. Below the cathedral, the Thames is alive with sailing ships, merchant barges, and rowboats. London Bridge, the only crossing over the Thames for centuries. A few miles downriver lies Greenwich, and from One Tree Hill in Greenwich Park, the view in the mid-18th century is breathtaking. Below sits the Queen's House, a jewel of classical architecture, and the vast colonnades of the Royal Naval Hospital, designed by Christopher Wren and Nicholas Hawksmoor, a monument to Britain's growing naval power. This hilltop would later become one of the most significant spots on Earth. In the late 19th century, Greenwich was chosen as the location of the global prime meridian, 0 degrees longitude, the line from which all the world's time and navigation would be measured. Head west into the city and you arrive at Leicester Square, one of the most fashionable addresses in all of London. Leicester Square, built in the 17th century for the Earl of Leicester, dominated the north side of the square and had served as a royal residence. Artists flocked here. William Hogarth, the great satirical painter, lived at number 31. Sir Joshua Reynolds, portrait painter to the nobility, worked from number 47. At the center of the square stood an equestrian statue of King George I, erected in the mid-18th century, surveying a neighborhood that was slowly changing. The aristocrats were beginning to move on. A new wave of public entertainment was stepping in to take the place of the departing high society. From the south bank of the Thames, if we look across the river to one of London's oldest and most forbidding landmarks, the Tower of London. For over 700 years, this fortress has controlled the river. At its core is the White Tower, built by William the Conqueror using stone shipped from Normandy. Over the centuries, it served as a royal palace, a prison, an armory, a mint, and the treasury for the crown jewels. A short walk from the tower, in the heart of the city, stands the Royal Exchange, founded in the 16th century by Sir Thomas Gresham. This was England's first purpose-built center of commerce. Twice a day, a bell rang out across the courtyard, calling merchants from around the world to do business. Deals were shouted in a dozen languages. Bills of exchange passed between hands. Contracts were written on the spot. Around the open courtyard, arcaded walkways housed shops selling luxury goods, silk, spice, maps, and books. Nearby, in the quieter reaches of the West End, lies St. James's Square, developed from the late 17th century, home to the highest ranks of English nobility. Dukes, earls, and ambassadors kept townhouses here. In the 1720s, royal gardener Charles Bridgeman redesigned the square's central garden, installing an elegant circular basin surrounded by stone obelisks topped with lanterns, bringing order and beauty to what had been, by all accounts, a rather neglected and disorderly space. By the mid-18th century, this square was the address that said everything about who you were. And finally, we come to Cheapside, the great commercial artery of Georgian London. Its very name comes from the Old English word for market, seep. This was London's Oxford Street and Wall Street rolled into one. Merchants lined the road selling silks, jewelry, spices, and books from some of the most expensive retail premises in the world. The street was always crowded, always loud, always alive. Rising above it all is St. Mary Le Bow Church, rebuilt by Christopher Wren after the Great Fire, its famous bow bells ringing out across the rooftops. Tradition holds that a true Cockney is someone born within earshot of those bells. In Georgian London, that meant being born right here at the beating heart of the city. This was London in the 1700s, a city transforming itself into the true heart of the modern world. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.